It happened, the trip to San Diego. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the video at the link up above. But San Diego was beautiful, which is not really a surprise. I mean, ocean, blue sky, what's not to love? I took a lot of photos, and the ebook of my photography from the trip is officially done and ready for download. It is 50 pages of San Diego goodness. This trip and this book were different from my other trips and books for a few reasons. The trip was different because it was to a city rather than some wild place, and there was also water involved, and I brought a wider variety of gear than I ever have. I seriously brought 6 brands of photo and video gear. And I created this book differently from the others. It had a different look. I added some words and some camera settings for some of the photos. All of that meant that this trip was a bit more of a challenge for me. I mean, San Diego is beautiful and I could take photos of the ocean and the seabirds all day long, but I wanted to capture a variety of environments for you. The idea was to kind of share some ideas on how you can turn your regular family vacation into a bit of a photography adventure. And then bringing all those types of gear, including Canon and Nikon DSLRs and a Fuji mirrorless camera, meant that editing the images became a little bit more of an effort in harmonizing all of the photos in the book. Different cameras, and especially different camera brands, just tend to have a different look to the colors and such, so I took extra time bringing everything together. Something that was not different from any of my other trips was that I was on my feet practically all day every day. Sunrise to sunset, walking and hiking to get the photos that I wanted. I spent time at Balboa Park, checking out the flora and the architecture. I even took the walking tour up the many stairs up the California Tower. It was such an amazing view, and what great tour guides they have there. And I went to Torrey Pines for some hiking. It's really neat to be above the shoreline, and I couldn't believe all of the hang gliders. Of course, I couldn't pass up a trip to Children's Pool to see all of these super cute seals and sea lions. I could spend all day sitting around watching them. And I went on a kayak tour. This was unbelievable. It was a cold evening, but we got to go into a cave, so I didn't even notice the cold. Getting out onto the water was a big goal of mine for this trip, and booking the tour made it possible because I would not have been confident enough in a kayak in the ocean without a guide. In fact, you can't even go into the caves without a guide. And of course, I was at the beach every day to capture the ocean, the birds, the environment. Funny thing was, I didn't actually get to do any relaxing on the beach. This just wasn't that kind of trip, but I still got to put my toes in the sand while I was working, so I guess I can't complain. Well, everyone, if you want to download the book, there is a link to it down in the description below. But members, my Snapchick VIPs, and my Patreon patrons, remember that you get to download the book for free. So there are instructions at that same link below for you so you can get your free download code. There is also an entire behind the scenes video for you there. And last, you Grand Canyon patrons out there, you probably already know that you'll be receiving a hard copy of this book soon, similar to this one from my last trip to Rocky Mountain National Park. They are being printed right now, and I will be shipping them out to you as soon as I get them and can sign them and print out the postage. If you're curious about how you can become a member, maybe you're interested in getting your hands on an actual hard copy of the book or just seeing that behind the scenes video, there is more information on my VIP program and my Patreon page down at that same link below. It is my VIPs and patrons that enable me to go out on these trips, and also that just keep the lights on here at Snapchick headquarters. So I want to send a special thanks out to all of you for your support. But for everyone, thank you too for watching. I am definitely pleased with how the book turned out. These trips and these photography books are certainly a labor of love, and I hope that you are able to enjoy the places that I go through the photos. It's my not so secret hope that these videos and books inspire you to get out with your gear and create your own photography adventure. I am planning my next trip right now. Not exactly sure where I'm headed yet, but I'll make up my mind and share my plans soon. So definitely keep an eye on my channel or social media, wherever you like to follow me, and I'll talk to you soon.